Openhand Shift Diaries, an informal viewpoint on the consciousness shift. I thought for this one we'd talk about 5D consciousness. How do you live in a 5D whilst navigating day-to-day life? Is that possible? How might we do it? And for this one it felt appropriate to begin on a bridge, because to me we're living in two worlds, not one. You have the lower 3D world, which is based on an old system, an old karmic construct of rules and logic based on reliving essentially the same patterns and circumstances as yesterday. And as a result, that is plundering the earth and locking us into a lower existence. But there's also another world, an interconnected world, full of divine synchronicities and magic. And if we can tune into that, if we can access that place and come from it more in life, then our lives are really going to be enriched by the divine. The challenge of the 3D world is it has inculcated from the cradle things that we believe we should and must do. Goals, dreams, aspirations. But whose goals and dreams really are they? Are they really ours? If we can just stop within that for a few moments, pause, breathe, soften and let go. If we can do that, then the soul starts to come through and it starts to connect with the outer world in a different way. It starts to connect with the divine flow through all things, which has a deeper meaning and purpose. It's about revealing the true message of life, what that's really all about growth of the soul, spiritual enrichment, and being at one with the whole of creation. Now we can do this from time to time, many of us can, but sometimes it seems almost like an impossible task to live it all the time, day to day. However, it's not, because what I'm witnessing is happening now is that the old karmic construct that people have been living in, the old society, is beginning to unravel, and the resources are beginning to unwind and release from that old construct. We see this in accelerating climate change. We see it in the instability of the financial system. We see it in the dwindling natural resources that are taking place all around us. We see these things, and the energy, because everything is energy, everything is consciousness, and that consciousness is being released from the old world construct and beginning to flow. But where is it flowing? That's the key. If we can intuit how and where it's flowing, then we can start to live, we can ride that wave into 5D consciousness. So it has to begin with letting go. It has to begin with softening the need for an outcome, letting go of it to be, the need to be this way or that way. And instead, looking at the moment more as a way to connect with authentic being. How do I feel to be now? And if I'm not sure, then looking out around me and noticing the various reflections that come my way. Those reflections are asking us how to be. How do we genuinely feel to be now? If you strip away all the goals and objectives, all the things we think we should do, all the obligations and loaded responsibilities, if we strip those things away, then a sense of openness, relaxation, connection will start to flow through. And if we witness the reflections of that and start to embody those feelings, what we'll find is the choices follow naturally from those experiences, from that sense of feeling and being. It becomes obvious, increasingly obvious, what step I'm supposed to take now. Where is that leading? Here is where trust comes in. Trust is utterly essential to living from 5D consciousness day to day, because it won't always be immediately obvious where this is taking us, where it's going. You have to trust in the next step and your ability to express into that step, and working on unleashing that expression into the step you're taking. If we can do that, then it's like we connect up to the universal flow. It's like we connect up to an incredible sense of energy and power that comes through. Not power over life, but energy, power with life. It's like we connect up to that, and it starts to carry us. And as we follow that direction, as we follow those steps, what we begin to realize and discover is that every step becomes supported with resources that we need. Not more than we need, not less than, but what we actually need to fulfill that expression. So it's like the universe builds a vehicle around you. For example, in our relationships, we start to interact with one another from an authentic place of beingness, and so they become more real, more ultimately harmonious as we shift into the state of being that we're given to be. We find that the way we work, our careers start to make more sense, start to enhance and amplify beingness as opposed to depleting it. We find that all our living circumstances begin to click in. So what starts to happen is you're walking through the 3D world, but you're witnessing signs and synchronicity, and so you start to unravel the limitation of the 3D, and it takes on a deeper meaning and purpose. It's like life becomes more metaphoric. Signs and symbols, feelings, flows, patterns, that starts to speak through you. And as it speaks through you, your consciousness is spiked around you to things that you might witness, and that patterning becomes more the meaning and purpose of one's life. And that's how it becomes multidimensional. You then see how the flow is connecting up to create these patterns and movements, and your life becomes a part of that. It becomes supported by it. Everything connects in around you, and it becomes utterly divine. So it's not about waiting for this great shift to happen. The great shift is happening now, day by day, moment by moment. And the invitation is for us to get on board that. In all the little things that we do from day to day, asking, how would you have me be now? Show me. See the reflections, feel them, embody them, come from that place, and let it carry you in life. And if we do that, if we have the courage, the old world consciousness is going to progressively unwind around us, and a multidimensional one take its place. We will find ourselves progressively living in the 5D, and that's going to become increasingly harmonious and miraculous. I commend everyone out there to explore and come more from that place, and to begin to live a life which is more divine.
What's your YouTube channel?
What's my YouTube channel?
Yeah, you recorded.
It's called Openhand Web.
Oh.
Yeah?
What?
It's about living in 5D consciousness.
Oh, how many subscribers?
Oh, a fair few.
Like how much?
Oh, a few thousand.
He's got 50.
Have you got 50,000?
I got 50.
50. Okay.
Can you give me a shout out?
Okay, I'll give you a shout. What's your site called?
Cody Rowe.
Okay. What do you do on there? Just
I do like vlogs.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Can you shout me out?
And go to
Can I send you on there as well?
He's got like 3 subs. You definitely need some.
I have 3 subs. On my old channel I have 250.
Okay.
I gave up on that one.
Okay.
Wait, are you recording right now?
I am.
Sam Penny Vlogs.
You're on there.
You wrote
Nice.
Cody Rowe. I explore abandoned places and I do daily vlogs. Now
Brilliant.
anyway.
Brilliant.
And he wears some suspicious things around his neck.
Okay. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
Go
to meet
well.
you too.
Right.
Go well. You meet the most wonderful of people. Have a great day. Thank you for tuning in. Namaste.